It does have 1 mile on it.
1 mile?
1 break-in mile. I guess the service guy rode it around the block or something.
Shove it all the way up. Now, hold on the front brake. Hey everybody, we're back. And look, come on, get a good look. It is the new 40th anniversary GSXR-1000 from Suzuki.
Yellow, blue.
Yellow and blue. So who's this guy? Rather elusive. You don't really get on the
not too much.
Get on video much. This is Greg, Mr. Greg Boost by Smith, who is an absolute genius in this industry. If there's one thing I've learned, it's if you want to look smart, don't stand next to a dude like this. He is really, really, really amazing. And he just purchased from our friends at Fun for All down in Elizabethville, Kentucky. Why? What are they now? Fun for All now? Is it
Or E-Town?
E-Town, sorry. E-Town Power Sports. I haven't been there since the name change, so I'm stuck in the past. Anyway, just bought a brand new GSXR from Lori and Corey down there, and on his way back to Michigan, if you know, you know. If you don't, just go about your day. It's no big deal. So, before he takes this bike back to Michigan, OHIO, we wanted to test the horsepower on the Brock's Performance Dyno. It has, how many break-in miles are on it, Greg?
1 mile.
Yep. Wow, wow. So we just voided your warranty.
She's ready.
No, teasing. For those of you that don't know, these things they're broken in from the factory. They're already heat cycled. We're going to go ahead and run it up to the peak limiter just to make sure it doesn't have anything silly going on. And just see what it makes. We'll have to figure out how to turn off as many of the things as we can turn off as far as objections to dynoing. We always get those on the new bikes.
Sure.
We always get all kinds of unexpected things from the new bikes. But instead of getting up on that soapbox and discussing it, why don't we keep on doing what we're doing? We're taking the bike apart so that we can get to the tachometer signal, because that way we'll be able to give you true horsepower and torque for a bone stock bike that obviously isn't fully broken in yet by a long shot. So we're going to keep working, and as we think of things to talk about, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so this new ECU, the wiring comes from the back instead of the front, like on the old bikes, so it kind of wraps around, and this is actually the first time I've seen it other than a illustration from the service manual that it was given a sneak peek to.
Sneak peeks. They don't care about us guys in the industry, do they?
It wasn't by Suzuki, I guess. But I don't know, is it here? It is kind of cool that the starter solenoid, it used to be buried over in this area. Now they've moved that. Actually, this area actually looks pretty clean compared to some of the previous.
I've known you for a while. I know you're a Hayabusa guy.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy turbos.
Yes, absolutely.
Max ECU specialist, that's for sure.
That's what I definitely like to spend some time on for sure.
So why did you buy a GSXR-1000?
Well, this guy right here, they changed the ECU up. It actually has the same ECU as the Gen 3 Hayabusa now. The the dash is completely CAN bus based now.
You bought an entire brand new motorcycle just to figure out how the ECM works?
Pretty much, yeah. The electronics, the CAN bus architecture. That's kind of what interests me. I guess, thankfully for me, there's not a lot of guys in the motorcycle industry doing that. And the new bikes, definitely the Gen 3 Busa, and I assume this one because it has the same architecture now. Like to go in limp modes, like to set codes, and then prevent you from doing burnouts and having fun and
so
being successful with
basically
the drag strip.
Racetrack. If you're a road racer, these things you can sort of roll them straight onto the track and go have fun. But if you're into some of the other disciplines, drag race, land speed, the ones where really power And power is really what makes the difference in the race, as opposed to controlling the power so much.
Yep.
That's what we're into too, and that's why we're taking a brand new motorcycle and ripping it apart right in front of your eyes, just to show you what we're starting with. And then I'm not going to do a big long series like the 2017 GSXR. I already did it, and I can assure you that probably 90% of the work in the first GSXR series will be applied directly to this bike, exactly like we did it. But there are going to be some items that are slightly different, and that's what we're going to key on bringing to you. You can go back and watch the GSXR series until you're blue in the face. We'll just tell you about the things that are actually different from this bike than the other bike. And I can tell you, the other bikes, other GSXRs, I can tell you one thing now. Anybody who's watching goes, wow, that is a really big ECM for this little,
It certainly is.
little frame, lightweight. I mean, my God, the battery is the smallest OEM battery I've ever seen in an OEM application, and it's a lithium battery. They're doing everything they can to keep the weight out of them. They went ahead and put a big, obnoxious exhaust on there, which we love seeing here at Brock's Performance, because we like exhaust systems that look good, sound good, and make your bike faster. I got basically that.
What's really weird about this too is that the dash pretty much looks identical to the 2017 to the 2025, but the way that it works is completely different. So the 17 to 25 it gets its communication from the ECU over a single serial wire, and it's much less complex than sort of the CAN bus stream that goes there now. The mode buttons, so the up, down, and then the center button here go directly to the dash where they used to go to the ECU. Most of this is stuff that most people don't really care about, but that's kind of the stuff that I'm into.
Well, and it's interesting, those stuff, considering you've owned the motorcycle for about 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't actually even heard it run yet. Let me go hear it. Probably not much to hear though. I assume she's got to be pretty quiet. Look at this fancy. They give you a nice rubber boot over the diagnostic connector now. I don't know why. We can save a gram right there.
Yeah, really. The ABS unit does look quite tiny on this bike.
Does it look 50 grams lighter?
50 grams. I don't know if I can see 50 grams.
That's about what I'm guessing.
But
That's what I read on the internet.
well, all right. Well, that's good. Like I said, the battery is sort of a really interesting thing.
It is.
And honest, I haven't even taken a look at the bike yet because we've been unloading it and I'm trying to get it going here. So we'll let me finish doing that, and then Greg, as you see things, let everybody know. I mean, we're sort of figuring all this out together right now. Unknown fuel.
Yeah, they did say it was premium.
Okay.
Well, you get a lithium-ion technology sticker on the gas tank.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Lithium-ion powered. That's a first too, right? At least for
for
the bikes
sure.
we deal with. I don't know if the European bikes come with lithium batteries or.
Yeah, that I don't know. But it is, I mean, just the size alone is nice for the stuff that I like to do, because generally that's the area where there's no room on these bikes.
So, because the ECM is Gen 3 Hayabusa based, are you pretty confident that it won't take us 2 years to de-restrict these things like it did those bikes?
Yes.
Or, yeah, all
I'm
right.
very, very confident in
Excellent,
that. Yep.
excellent. Well, that's great news in itself. Thank you, Suzuki. We got plenty more things to do than to figure out how smart you guys are.
Right. Like the Gen 3 bikes, the turn signals are handled through the dash, and they're LED lower than 12 volts. But I think on this bike, I believe there's still 12 volts with a traditional flasher.
So so we've got A, B, and C modes. And then traction control, you've already got turned off.
To my knowledge, those are the only modes that you have direct access to. Lift control and some of the new stuff is tied to the TC modes, from what I've read. And again, I've only seen this dash powered up for about a minute or two. But
So it should be the same. A big power.
exactly.
B, not as much, and C, rain.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll try it in the big power mode and see what we get. We all get to hear it run now.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
All right, guys, what we're doing now, we're going to play guess the horsepower of the brand new motorcycle. My guess is somewhere around 160 horsepower. As always, I hope I'm wrong. Greg?
155.
All right. right, guys, so if you saw my reaction as I was riding the bike, initial feeling, and okay, I'm riding it on a dyno. When I first got into the gas, actually when I was warming it up, the engine feels very responsive, very, very quick, that's for sure. As we went ahead and did the first pull, as I got into the gas real hard, it was very sluggish. I wish we could show you what's actually happening to the throttle, even though I'm all the way open. It was not. You could hear it.
Oh, yeah.
And then as the bike started to rev, if you look here, man, it starts climbing and heading off for really nice numbers until what happens? Dun dun dun. You guys guessed it, we talk about it all the time. The OEMs are held to very, very, very strict emissions, noise, oh gosh, the rules that those poor guys have to deal with makes their job difficult. Our job, as far as we're concerned, as Aftermarket's performance racing enthusiasts, we buy these bikes to race, so we don't want any of these restrictions. Now, if you buy this bike off the showroom floor, it's going to be super smooth, nice, and that 150 horsepower probably isn't going to scare most people to death. But the bike revs, and that's the other thing. First Suzuki, this is probably the highest revving Suzuki we've ever had on our dyno. The actual true rev limiter came in at over 14,250 RPM. So on our dyno, it's 14,270.
Sure.
And back in the old days, and they wouldn't do that now, would they? Bikes would rev to 13,000 that truly only rev to 11.5 on the dyno. This thing is truly revving to 14,200 RPM, untouched.
That's what it indicated on the dash?
You can't see, it's one of the bar graph deals, so it is a little higher. But either way, that is a whole lot of RPM, and horsepower is a mathematical function of RPM. So when we do things that chop everything off in the horsepower area, that's when you get the serious reduction in power that we saw. But between this man and Brendan Griffin, that dude's a wizard when it comes to ECU flashing. And of course our boy Chris Moore, you know he's going to be all over this thing. The Aftermarket will have solutions for this bike sooner than later. Now, one thing I do want to show you, because you have not seen it yet, hold that thought, because I want to show you the first thing that we're going to put on this.
Okay.
All right, so no one else knows about this. In fact, it's so new, I don't have a name for it yet.
Oh boy.
But one of the things that we've really been concentrating on at Brock's Performance is your ability to customize your bike. Our friends at BST have been gracious enough to do another really killer endcap combination for us. So we can have a BST generated endcap, completely matches BST carbon fiber wheels.
Okay.
BST carbon fiber swing arms.
Nice.
Is that a thing? Is that really? Yeah, we have those. And you can color match everything. But we have changed the design of one of our exhausts that people just love. And the exhaust has been around so long, honestly, it's surprising that we hadn't made changes to it yet. But our CT series is our top performing exhaust. We have more R&D development into that exhaust system than any other. They've always performed well, but they've always sort of looked the same. Mm-hmm. Well, now we are going to be opening that up to not only, and listen, I'm from Ohio, okay? This is an Ohio State thing. It hurt me to put this Michigan yellow on one of our exhaust systems. I'm teasing. Michigan's got to be a good place if this guy comes from there. But if you want to check it out, this is our new. We haven't even named the muffler. We've got a newly designed end cap. Gives you a more modern look and feel. Of course, BST. We will offer these in forged carbon, colored forged carbon twill, wow. And then our Brock's Performance logo plates. to try and get it, you know, color match the bike best we can. I mean,
yeah, that looks great.
we did pretty good.
Yeah,
So
does that add much lead time to do customization?
well, actually, from the consumer standpoint, no. You go on broxperformance.com, and like I said, so if you go on tomorrow and it's not there, that's because my staff doesn't even know about what we're doing here. But once they're on there, you'll go to the CT series, either the CT single, which is our longer, more road race looking type exhaust, versus the CT Meg, which is our shorter, sort of more aerodynamic, more aggressive sounding exhaust. But we will have them there. You pick the end-cap color, the logo color, boom, boom, boom. If it says that we have a quantity in stock other than 0,
Yep.
place your order by 2 o'clock that day, and it will go out with the yellow logo plate, with a forged cap if you want it.
Oh, wow.
The mufflers are in a ready to finish assemble mode.
Okay.
So when we pull them, there's no logo, there's no cap. We pull the correct logo, we pull the correct cap, put it together, inspect the system,
That's amazing.
send it to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it really nice. And then the fact that, you know, if you wanted to go crazy with, you know, Olden's gold or
Sure.
whatever color to match the wheels, and you know, we can really make some super custom stuff.
Yep.
And if you order them already covered from BST, I mean, it's several $100s for both wheels, so it's not crazy expensive. But anyway, I present to you, my friend.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. I would have stopped by a lot sooner if I knew you were giving me presents.
There you go. We want to make sure that
Yeah.
you are looking good, sounding good, and that your bike is as fast as we know how to make it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that looks really good.
That's
Let me
gonna look
get
very sharp. Yeah.
Let me get out of the way.
I still think, I think it needs some more yellow on the tail, but no, that's perfect.
Yeah, you
Can't wait to hear it.
We also have white logo plates. There might be folks that would prefer, you know, the white,
Oh, yeah.
the white to white, and
For sure.
as opposed to the yellow. Of
Beautiful.
course, with the rims like that, that's pretty hard to beat.
Right.
It's badass.
Awesome.
We will be working with Greg throughout the year on this particular motorcycle. Greg's about 3.5, 4 hours away, which isn't the most convenient, but I'm sure we'll have people offering to bring their bikes here to Brox Performance so we can get additional work done if Greg's not doing it. And we will have a full line of everything we know how to make for this bike as soon as physically possible. I'm actually sending Greg home with a half a truckload full of items that we believe fit, but
Right.
believing it fits and actually knowing it fits is the difference between Brox and everybody else's, because we don't want to sell you crap that doesn't fit. So we're going to make sure it fits, and as soon as it's on our site, just buy away. So what do you think, Greg? I think I got closer. I mean, I said 100. I said I had 160.
Did you say
never know.
north of or just 160?
Yeah,
I think
I
you
said
probably
ish.
got it.
I said ish. Can
Okay.
we play that back?
I said 155, so
You're-
I think you're.
look at that.
I think you got it.
One of us knows what's going on.
I think you got it. Yep.
All right, man. Well, thanks for bringing your bike over.
Absolutely.
Thanks for.
Thank you for the exhaust.
No problem. Thanks for the sacrificing it to the. Oh my God! He didn't break it. It's like the service manual, guys.
I am still trying to get the service manual, but not because of that reason.
No, these.
I want all the wiring diagrams.
Believe me, these and Suzuki. If there's one thing, guys, whether we're particularly happy with how they're forced to arrange the engine configurations from the factory, Suzuki makes a badass engine. It is tough to kill these things.
Yep. And the potential's all still there.
Yeah, everything that we know and love about Suzuki's, from what I read on this bike, has just been increased. So higher RPMs, more horsepower, more torque. Can
More
you
compression
believe
ratio.
they are claiming, and I would love to tear it down and CC the chamber, they are claiming 13.8 to 1 compression out of a pump gas motor that needs at 90 octane.
Right.
You know, that's what, while we bitch about some of the technologies these days, that kind of technology, to be able to have that and not eat your motorcycle out in, you know, traffic in Texas and,
Sure.
you know, going 200 miles an hour with the alligators in Florida, that says a lot. That says a whole lot about what they do. So we're just going to try and extract the most out of it we know how to do. And as that happens, we'll keep you posted. Till next time, Greg Smith, Boost by Smith, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm Brock. We'll see you then.
See you.